Oh, honey, you thought that Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship was all love and hip-hop. Well, get ready because this latest drama has the internet in a frenzy. According to eyewitnesses, Jim Jones was just caught in the middle of a shocking public altercation with Chrissy Lampkin and Baby. The details are crazy, and let's just say that Jim's reputation is hanging on by a thread. It began with what appeared to be a straightforward argument, but things took a dark turn, according to sources. Completely lost control, and what happened next? Oh honey, it's worse than you think, left Chrissy shaken, the crowd stunned, and social media in full meltdown mode. People are asking for answers, including whether Jim Jones went too far this time, what caused his explosive outburst, and most importantly, who the mysterious person at the center of all this drama is. Fans are inconsolable, celebrities are speaking out, and insiders are spilling secrets that could destroy Jim's career. So grab some popcorn because this scandal is just. So let's go back and figure out how we got here because the details are messy. It all began at a private event last Saturday night where Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin appeared together, smiling and holding hands. If you thought their relationship was messy before, you haven't seen anything yet, honey. This latest scandal is so crazy that even producers of hip-hop and love are probably frantically trying to figure out how they're going to cover it. Fans were taken aback because, let's face it, Jim and Chrissy's relationship has been rocky for years. One minute they were engaged, and the next they were taking a break. Jim has been involved in money problems, cheating rumors, and some shady business dealings, but Chrissy has always been there for him. However, this time, oh honey, Chrissy might have had enough. According to eyewitnesses, Jim and Chrissy were sitting in the VIP area of a posh club in New York City when things began to go south. Drinking a bit too much, which isn't exactly out of character for him, but this time it hit differently. According to one source at the club, Jim was acting strangely all night long, pacing back and forth and appearing agitated. Chrissy kept trying to calm him down, but he wouldn't listen. Then, according to witnesses, Jim received a text message, and whatever he saw triggered him. Chrissy leaned over to ask what was wrong, and that's when things got heated. Try to maintain composure because, as you may know, Chrissy dislikes causing a scene, but Jim was not having any of it. According to a second source who was sitting close by, Chrissy kept saying, "Calm down, Jim, not here." But Jim was agitated and began pointing at her while his voice grew louder. At that point, those around them noticed that the music was still playing, but they could see people turning to face the VIP area, and that's when things really got out of hand. The whole club froze when he reportedly grabbed Chrissy's arm and tried to pull her out of the booth. Chrissy yanked her arm away and said, "Let go of me, you all." According to sources, this mystery man has been a close friend of Jai's for years, but the way he stepped in almost seemed like he was trying to protect Chrissy more. Then, according to a witness, Jim stepped in between them and said, "Calm down, Jim. You're doing too much." Jim shoved him back, saying, "Stay out of it." At this point, security had to intervene. Chrissy was shaking, her face was red, and it was clear she was fighting back tears. Security escorted Jim out of the club, but not before he shoved the mystery man one last time and yelled, "You don't know what the asterisk you're talking about." Chrissy, one source, stayed behind looking shaken. According to people close to the situation, Jim's phone was exploding with messages from a mystery woman, someone Chrissy has suspected Jim has been playing with for months. Yes, there have been rumors of Jim cheating for years, but Chrissy has always stood up for him, even when people were saying Jim was cheating. In her hands, people were approaching her to ask if she was okay, but she just sat there without saying anything. This is where things get even messier. Chrissy ignored it when she was out in Miami with an unidentified girl, but this time she witnessed the evidence firsthand. According to a source close to Chrissy, Chrissy saw the messages on Jim's phone, which is why he snapped. He knew he was caught, so instead of owning up to it, he reacted angrily. Let me tell you, social media wasted no time by jumping on this. By the time Jim and Chrissy left the club, footage of the altercation was already making the rounds. Someone in the club recorded the entire thing and shared it on TikTok with the caption, "Jim Jones weeing out on Chrissy in the club. This man is done," and the comments were nasty. Chrissy should leave him now. Jim is out here embarrassing Chrissy once more, and the worst part is that neither Chrissy nor Jim has spoken about the incident at all. Jim's Instagram is silent, and Chrissy's stories are empty, but you know that silence speaks louder than words. Things get even more interesting now because the mystery man who stepped in to defend Chrissy might not be just a. According to friend sources, this guy has been with Chrissy for a while, and let's just say that people are beginning to wonder if she has moved on. According to a source close to the couple, Chrissy and Jim have been dating for months, and Jim is aware of this. The fact that Jim yelled at Chrissy in public like that shows that he is afraid that she may be done with him permanently. Now, the real question is what will happen next, because based on what I'm hearing, Chrissy isn't. According to a source close to Chrissy, she is tired and has been through enough with Jim. This could finally be the breaking point. Jim, on the other hand, is reportedly in damage control mode and has already contacted some of his industry contacts in an attempt to conceal the story, but the footage is already public. There is no turning back from this one, and let me tell you, the fallout from this scandal is going to rock the entire world of love and hip-hop if Chrissy leaves for good and the rumors about. If you think part 1 was messy, you're just getting started because the fallout from Jim Jones' explosive outburst is way worse than we thought. Fans are taking sides, and judging by Chrissy's current behavior, it looks like Jim may have just fumbled the bag and the woman. If this mystery man is real, Jim might lose everything, not just his relationship. Trust me, this is far from over. Oh, right. After attempting to drag Chrissy out of the booth in front of a crowd of people, Jim was dragged out of the club by security. Chrissy was left sitting there, humiliated, embarrassed, and shaky. But let's talk about what happened next because, honey, that's where the real drama begins. Let's break down what we currently know. Sources close to the couple, and I mean close, have confirmed that Jim lost his cool due to those text messages, not just Chrissy's response. Jim had been texting a mystery woman for months, according to a very reliable insider. This isn't just a casual side chick situation. We're talking about intimate conversations, flirty messages, and outright emotional cheating. A source also revealed that Chrissy had suspicions about Jim for some time, but Jim always denied them. However, when the messages appeared on his phone, Chrissy saw them for herself, and the content was nasty. We're talking late-night texts like, "I miss you. When are you coming to see me?" Excuse me, but one insider close to Chrissy said that she was calm at first and that she was trying to be mature about it. The worst part is that sources claim that this mystery woman isn't just some random girl. She's allegedly connected to someone else in the industry. That's right. This is going to become a full-blown industry scandal, but the worst part is that Chrissy wasn't even going to say anything about it. It seems like she was trying to handle the situation privately, but Jim's response was what blew the whole thing open. Chrissy realized that Jim was guilty when he began to act irrationally and yell, but guess what? This isn't the first time Jim has been involved in cheating rumors. You may recall back in 2019 when Jim was seen in Miami with that Instagram model, and Chrissy went live and essentially told everyone to shut up. This time, she's not playing that game. When the video went viral on social media, the internet went crazy, and by the time it appeared on blogs, hashtags like #ProtectChrissy and #JimJonesExposed. We were already trending on Twitter, and the comments were harsh. Chrissy needs to leave him for good this time. Jim is embarrassing. How do you treat the woman who held you down like this? Chrissy better take him for what he is worth. Oh, the celebrities began weighing in. Cardi B hopped on Twitter and posted, "Man, some of you really don't deserve the women you got SMA." Tamar Braxton added that Chrissy is superior to me because I would have handled that situation very differently. The comments continued to come. When Remai Ma, who typically avoids this type of drama, liked the tweet that claimed Jim had been acting funny for years and that Chrissy deserved better, Fans immediately began looking into Jim's social media activity. Let's just say that Jim hasn't exactly been acting like a faithful man. A screenshot of Jim liking and commenting on pictures of a specific woman appeared, and guess what? It was the same woman who was allegedly sending those messages. Additionally, they discovered a recent direct message exchange in which Jim flirted with her, calling her beautiful and using heart eye emojis as if he wasn't already engaged. One fan shared screenshots of the exchange, writing, "Jim has been moving recklessly. Chrissy just caught him, and Jim, oh honey, he's not helping himself because instead of keeping quiet and letting the heat die down, Jim hopped on Instagram and posted this cryptic message." According to sources, the mystery man who broke up the fight spoke out. "You may recall how we discussed the guy who intervened between Jim and Chrissy, but it appears that he knows a lot more than he is claiming. He has been close to Chrissy for years and has witnessed how Jim has been treating her behind the scenes. And from what I've heard, he is fed up." According to an insider, the mystery man has been warning Chrissy for years that Jim isn't the right man for her, but she wasn't prepared to hear it. According to a source close to the matter, Chrissy isn't the type to jump from one relationship to another, but there is undoubtedly a connection between her and this guy and Jim, and he's not happy about it. He may be stepping up in more ways than one because after the incident, the mystery man reportedly told Chrissy, "You don't deserve this. You deserve better." And the way she was looking at him afterwards, "Oh honey, there's definitely something there." Claimed that Jim told him to back off, saying, "That's my woman." The mystery man then told him to act like it was a few seconds later. Based on what I've heard, Chrissy is finally beginning to listen to those around her, and the fact that this mystery man intervened when Jim was acting out may have been the wake-up call she needed. Jim is also spiraling. He's been spotted out in New York drinking, looking unkempt and depressed, and he's been phoning Chrissy constantly to apologize. But Chrissy, oh honey, she isn't answering. And the wildest rumor on the street is that Chrissy has already been speaking with her lawyer. If what I'm hearing is accurate, Jim may lose not only Chrissy, but also his money because, guess what? Chrissy's name appears on some of Jim's business agreements, including the house they share. If Chrissy leaves, Jim may be left without a place to go. However, Chrissy hasn't said anything yet. She has been silent on social media, and her silence speaks louder than any words she could say. However, the fact that she is already speaking with her lawyer indicates that things are not looking good for Jim and the fallout from this. Oh honey, things are going to get even messier because if Chrissy files a lawsuit and the mystery woman comes forward, Jim's career and reputation could be permanently destroyed. Trust me, you're not prepared for what's coming next. Stay locked in because part 3 is going to go nuclear. If you thought part 2 was crazy, wait until you hear what happened next because, baby, the fallout. Where did we leave off? Well, Jim was spiraling after being exposed for those shady text messages and that public confrontation with Chrissy at the club. The mystery man had already stepped in to protect Chrissy and Jim, but he did not take any action. Jim's outburst is going out of control, and the damage is worse than anyone could have imagined. His reputation, career, and even his relationship are all on the line, and she may have finally pushed Jim too far. That being said, let's discuss what transpired next because, believe me, it's messier than you might imagine. Apparently, Jim didn't leave the club quietly after that incident. Oh no, he was furious. Rumor has it that Jim left right away and went to a nearby hotel, but he wasn't alone. A trusted insider revealed that Jim had left with someone, and it wasn't Chrissy. Let's just say that they weren't exactly trying to hide it. Excuse me. A source close to the matter claimed that Jim wasn't even attempting to be discreet about it. He left the club holding hands with a woman who appeared suspiciously similar to the person he had been texting. Chrissy wasn't even out of the club yet, and he was already moving on when someone caught it on camera. Sure enough, by the following morning, pictures of Jim leaving the hotel with this mystery woman were all over social media. Hollywood unlocked everyone's story. One fan shared the photo with the caption, "Jim couldn't wait 2 days before embarrassing Chrissy again." The comments were savage, saying that Jim had been trashing Chrissy and that she should be cut off permanently because she deserves better. Jim isn't even trying to hide it anymore. How are you going to cheat and then have the audacity to get caught? Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, guess what? It got worse because the mystery woman went live. Oh yeah, she hopped on Instagram, drinking a glass of wine and appearing totally unconcerned. When the comments began to pour in, asking if she was the one guy that was left with, she smirked and said, "You guys should shut up. I'm not the one who made vows. That's his problem. Excuse me. So you're telling me that this woman is aware that Jim was out there disrespecting Chrissy and she's just laughing about it? Oh honey, the audacity." Jim, however, made matters worse by posting a picture of. A few hours later, Chrissy posted a mysterious message on her Instagram story that said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time, baby." However, it didn't end there because the mystery man wasn't about to sit back and let Jim get away with this. According to a source close to Chrissy, after Jim's little stunt, the mystery man called Chrissy and told her, "You don't have to deal with." Chrissy apparently listened because guess what she did next? She went to her lawyer. Yes, Chrissy was seen outside the office of a well-known lawyer in New York City, and this isn't just any lawyer. We're talking about one of the most vicious divorce lawyers in the industry. One source claimed that Chrissy isn't playing games anymore. She's been holding Jim down for years, but this time she's done, and the rumors are getting crazy, according to insiders. She wants to take everything with her because her name appears on some of Jim's most valuable assets, including the house, businesses, and endorsement deals. And if Chrissy files for divorce, Jim could lose everything. An insider revealed that Chrissy supported him when he had nothing, so now that he has something, she is entitled to half of it. Jim, however, knows he made a mistake because he apparently started blowing up her phone after learning that she had met with her lawyer. According to a source close to Chrissy, Jim has been calling. The craziest part is that Jim even went to Mama Jones, his own mother, to try to get her to talk to Chrissy after he kept texting her and leaving voicemails. According to one source, Jim's mom called Chrissy and essentially pleaded with her to resolve the situation. But Chrissy told her, "I love you, but I can't keep doing this." And the internet, oh honey, is Team Chrissy. Chrissy deserves better because she held Jim down when no one else did, so this is how he pays her back. Nicki Minaj commented on a post about the situation, saying, "Chrissy has been loyal, Jim has been playing himself, and guess who else jumped in?" Remiima wrote on her Instagram story, "Don't play with a woman who held you down from day one." However, Jim is receiving more than just personal backlash. His career is already taking the hit. Rumor has it that Jim was in negotiations with a major network about a new reality TV deal, but the deal has been put on hold due to the scandal. According to people close to the network, they don't want the backlash because Jim's name is currently too messy, advertisers are already leaving, and his business is also declining. It appears that one of Jim's major endorsement deals, a sneaker deal worth over 6 figures, is already ending. An insider confirmed that the brand doesn't want to be associated with this kind of scandal, and they're thinking of terminating the contract. The question now is how Jim will recover from this, as Chrissy has all the power. Right now, she has the receipts, the public support, and the legal advantage. If Chrissy decides to take this all the way to court, Jim could lose not just their relationship, but also his career, money, and reputation. What's even more crazy is that Chrissy hasn't said a word yet, according to a source close to her, saying that she is letting Jim hang himself because she knows that anything he says will only make him look worse and that Jim is still acting reckless. The only question now is whether Jim will survive this fallout or if this is the beginning of the end for him and Chrissy. Trust me, you already know that I will be back with all the updates because this story is about how much Jim will regret it when she does. And honey, when Chrissy makes her move, it will be the end of Jim Jones. Jim was spotted at another club last night looking sloppy and wasted. And guess who he was with? That same mystery woman. It's far from over, so the question now is this really the end for Jim and Chrissy? After years of supporting and protecting him, is Chrissy finally leaving for good? If so, what will happen to Jim? Because let's face it, without Chrissy, Jim's career and reputation might not survive this one. But in reality, Chris isn't saying a word right now. Her silence speaks louder than any statement she could make. If Chrissy leaves and files those legal documents, Jim might not simply lose his relationship. He could lose his money, his house, and his reputation in the industry. And the fact that he's still acting carelessly with the mystery woman on his arm, baby, makes it seem like he's attempting to destroy himself. The fans, have already chosen to support Chrissy on social media, and if she chooses to take Jim to court, you can be sure that everyone will be watching. But what about the mystery man? Is he really just a friend, or is there more to that story? In light of this, what will Chrissy do next? Will she remain silent? And because this drama is far from over, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Chrissy should forgive Jim, or should she walk away and never look back? Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because I promise you that when the next chapter of this story comes out, you'll want to be the first to know. Keep checking back because this is the only beginning.